figure out how.
Good evening, good day, good afternoon, good night for those in Europe. Good morning, early in the morning if you're in Australia or that part of the world. Welcome to our live edition of French Open 2016. And we are so excited for this French Open. Are we, ladies?
Okay.
Are we, ladies?
I don't know if excitement is the right word.
Well, I'm just excited to be live. I'm
We're
always
good.
happy
That
when we have a
works,
live
that
show.
works.
And,
We're excited
fans are listening. I'm always excited for that.
All two of them. So.
Oh.
Andrew, got the shit already? I mean, really?
I'm telling you, you need to stop hanging out with Nola. You're very, very salty. And you can't. Okay?
You need to know that I'm extremely greedy before a certain hour.
Oh, it's 12. It's 12 o'clock.
Oh, it's still early.
Anyway,
No,
before I
just
go any further, ladies, of course, let me introduce my co-hostess with the mostesses. We have Andrine from Solely Tennis Travel.
Hello.
And we have Janina all the way from Ohio, our foreign correspondent, Kato Kill on our podcast, also known as Laverne in my mind.
Oh my god. Why do I have so many names? All the time I have so many names.
We trying to figure out who you are.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Mm.
All right.
I'll
And
never
of course, there is real. Sometimes I forget myself. And ladies and gentlemen, so ladies,
The shocker.
French Open 2016 started.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just when you think tennis is, gonna be like calm the fuck down and everything is gonna go good, it's gonna go back to the real, whatever
The
it's been for the
matches.
last. Yes. All of a sudden, I was at work, watching tennis matches.
At
and,
work.
Yeah, because
well,
that's what we do, right?
I don't know about you, that's what I do.
You're not supposed to talk
They
about
have to
that in
knock to come
public.
into my ear. They literally have to knock. Only like 2 people have a key to come in there.
It's great. It's great. It's the best
But
setup.
anyway, I'm watching tennis matches, and I got a text from Janina. She said, Rafa's getting a press conference. And I was like, oh, good Jesus. And I think I tweeted out, is he coming out of the closet?
Your wish.
Your wish. I mean, because, I can't deal with these press conferences anymore. I cannot.
So what did you think it was going to be? Like, what was your gut telling you when I said press conference in 5 minutes?
I mean, if it was going to be like a Maria and it's going to be doping, tennis done. Tennis is over. It's going to be blow up. Tennis is just going to explode. It was just going to be like, we used to have a sport called tennis, but in 2016, it was destroyed. Now we play ping pong. Now we only play ping pong. But, then it said Rafa withdrew from the French Open. And I was like, okay, it's all right. I mean, when I say it's all right, in my mind, I don't mean that's okay. It's a safe thing. Okay, it's not
It's
like
it's the best outcome possible.
Right. He didn't kill anyone, allegedly kill anyone. He wasn't doping. He wasn't caught match fixing. He didn't push someone. He didn't fall down in a bathroom under some mysterious substances. He said he got an injury, and he was unable to continue. But apparently that wasn't enough for the fans and the stands, and I mean, Twitter went on fire. I mean,
what do you think, Andrine? Were you even awake?
Yeah.
I think I was in the shower, and I came out, and because I think I was getting dressed for work. I came out and I saw. Oh no! You know what I was actually doing? I just showered and I was watching another match. And you know what was so hilarious? I have DirecTV, so I can watch multiple matches at the same time. So I was watching some. I can't remember the match, but the commentator is like, "Oh, this match is really quite exciting, but it looks like the most exciting thing that's happening really is off court." It looks to me like Rafa Nadal is going to be has withdrawn from the tournament, and then he went back to calling the match. He could care less. So of course I was like, "Oh, well, I got to go back to Tennis Channel because I know Tennis Channel will be all aflutter."
Oh yeah.
And it was, but it was weird that then it cut to Tennis Channel with a partial press conference, and of course, listen, I'm not even gonna fake the funk. I'm not a Rafa fan. Never pretended to be. I respect Rafa fans, however. And so, I'm sad for his fans. But I'm also sad for Nike, because weren't they doing this whole campaign around writing letters to Rafa? That seemed like a really abrupt way for that to end.
About him maybe getting his 10th trophy here. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were pumping it up.
Yeah, and I thought they were really. I think people were really, really vibing off of that Rafa's back narrative, so that that semifinals was going to be the thing, So that was a little bit of a whimper. But that's exactly how it was.
Love when you did it as well, right? Sorry,
so it was a really weird thing, because his withdrawal was it came out of nowhere. So I really didn't even have time to have a reaction to it. I'll be honest. Like, it was more just like, okay, I guess something. And then I had naughty thoughts, so I'm not even going to share those thoughts. So the best thought I had at the time was, that's a damn shame for the tournament. And that was as good as I can get. That was as much of my pulse raising that was going to happen about that.
I don't think the French Open is ready for this. They're not ready. And
what are they not ready for?
They weren't ready to find out Federer pulling out, Nadal pulling out, the chocolate boy. When I say chocolate boy, I mean Tsonga advertised chocolate, okay? He has a chocolate sponsorship. Yes, he does. They actually call him the chocolate boy, not in any racist way. They call him, I forgot the brand of chocolate. Yes, they call him the specific brand of the chocolate. He pulled out with an injury, but they got Gasquet, so.
Well, yeah, it was weird. I wasn't that invested in the men's side. So once, I'll be honest, once Federer and Monfils withdrew, I was just, mildly interested in the men's side. So once Rafa withdrew, I was like, well, I thought about it, and I thought, well, we didn't really think he was going to get through the semis. So the major contenders are still around, right? That was right. My initial thing. But I was just sad that they didn't get their battle royale that they've wanted. We've all wanted someone to take Rafa down at Roland Garros, and that narrative just has not come to fruition for anyone. And then end up with the title. It just hasn't.
Well, listen,
yes.
Y'all don't want to say it, I'm going to say it. Rafa's holding a press conference in the middle of the French Open that never happens. Nobody knew it was coming. I was listening to French Open radio, and nobody knew that this was coming, and it was like, holy shit, what's going on? And I said, oh my God, the fucker's doping. They done busted him. Of course that's what I'm thinking, because that's what happened last time, right? So
yeah. A press conference when no one knows nothing, it has to be something crazy like that.
It has to be something bad, because, that's what we've been conditioned to think. Thank you very much, Maria Sharapova, for turning us all into, Pavlov's dogs. But I was like, oh, this is bad. And then, I see that he's hurt, and yeah, that sucks. And they're saying he showed up to the presser with some type of wrist. Yeah, who knows what it was, because I haven't seen any pictures. I haven't seen any actual video of it. But from listening to the radio and reading Twitter, it went from his wrist was wrapped to some type of cast, to like an actual cast, to some type of guard. Cast. And yeah, exactly. That's my point. So who the fuck knows what it was?
No, I saw the presser. He might have had a cast after he left, because I have heard about a cast, but it wasn't on in the presser. I didn't notice one.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I really thought, God, could this tournament get any worse? That's what I thought. I'm like, you've got Federer pulling out before it ever starts. One of the players with, the biggest fan base in the game. You've got Monfils, who probably had a really legit shot at the title this year, given his current form, and who is, loved there. For sure. Tsonga, stop it. Tsonga.
When you say legit, I gotta do cricket. Just go to the
Well, you did.
No,
You
I
did
think
cricket
his
to the
name-
wrong spot. You did cricket to. Listen, if Dominic Thiem can have a legit spot at this title, y'all, let's just throw everybody else the name.
Why not?
Okay?
Like, yeah, let's
Why not? Come on. I like that these people want me to pretend that Dominic Thiem is going to be taking out Nole. Come on now. Let's just
I was
play
all
along.
for taking
I'm not
out
saying you
Rafa.
can take out Nole. I'm just saying, homeboy's gonna get some semifinal money, and that is cute. Okay, semifinal money is cute.
No, but
That-
let's let Janina make her point. Sorry, Janina.
Sorry.
Well, I have no point. I mean, it just fucking sucks. Like, screw this tournament. I'm done with it.
And we know you love the clay. We know you
I
love
hate
the
the
clay.
clay. Now
But
I
you
hate
know
it
what?
more because I'm not, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Rafa fan either, but I was all about him winning instead of my friend Novak.
Well, I mean, it is. You know what it is, though? It is kind of. I mean, let's just sort of. I mean, it is sad that Rafa had to pull out because I thought that this was sort of his. He had this sort of nice resurgence in the fall. I mean, in the spring, and you never know. Nole could trip over himself in that semifinals and give Rafa some sets. So there was. I mean, this was probably his best chance. I mean, I think it's. People are like, well, he'll be back next year, but I mean, that's 12 full months from now.
Well, and let's
thing.
talk about what he actually said was if he can that he shouldn't have probably played anyways. And the only reason he decided to try to play is because it is the French Open.
Mm-hmm.
And this has obviously been his most successful spot. But he said if I continue to play, it's going to break. So those were his words.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Reels
where
hasn't
does that
given
leave
his,
him?
Yes. Okay.
Reels hasn't given his reaction. Reels doesn't believe any risk is breaking.
Oh.
You don't think his risk? You don't think his risk is in danger of breaking? That's what he said.
I want to be careful because people be suing people out here, and Reels got no money. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently we have another lawsuit.
And I don't even have a wig for them to try to snatch. Okay, it's all real. Okay, but look. I don't know for the 12, 14 people who are listening right now and the millions more who would listen thereafter. Let me just okay? I mean, I know Janina and Andreen feel they're not fans of Rafa Nadal, and that's fine, okay? My favorite word when it comes to people is I'm rather indifferent, okay? I have been through, the Divadal, Federer, I don't even want to call it matchup, okay? But it ain't a beatdown. Thanks, Maria and Serena, for telling us, that Roger really ain't a pigeon. Maybe he might be,
Okay.
But, but nonetheless, I've, so don't think, because I'm a Rafa fan, I'm not a Rafa, I'm not, standing for Rafa that I hate him. I think he's a brilliant player. He's done his due diligence, whatever. And all of my friends in real life, surprisingly, besides Janina and Andreen, are Rafa fans. When I say they're Rafa fans, they're Rafa fans. I mean, so trust me, I hear it all. But you know what? At the end of it all, I preface all this to say, I'm sorry. I need Rafael Nadal to show me his medical report. Maybe I'm not privileged to that information, and I say maybe like if I really if the possibility. But you know what? Rafael Nadal, since the beginning of his career, has defied all medical convention that I know of. Yes, there isn't an MD behind my name. That is true. But I have a college degree. I have some letters behind my name. And you know what? I've been around enough medical people, read and whatever the case may be. Rafael Nadal has been defying every single medical convention that I know of. One, his fucking knees. Okay? Those bionic knees have never seen a scalpel yet. Yet been doing some crazy shit. Two, I don't even want to talk about the back that just seemed to magically appear when Stanley started to play lights out tennis. Stanley had one of his moments, and back issue came into being. Then there's been the wrist injury, everyone been saying, Richard. Then apparently that didn't come on it. Then we need to bring up the appendix, which somehow is ruptured, but we don't need surgery while we're in China. We're going to wait till we get back to Spain. What the fuck? Your appendix is about to explode. You need to take that shit right out because it ruptures and it starts poisoning. You start poisoning yourself. And then all of a sudden, you have a wrist injury, which you say, if I play one more match, it's about to break. and somebody some medical profession dole out a cortisone shot to you in your second round match without an MRI, what the fuck is this? Is a cortisone shot an Advil? We could just be like, I need a cortisone shot, just take it. I don't understand this. And I say all of this, yes. Let's just say all of that is true. Reals is a fucking asshole. He just make it up. He's a hater. He's a fucking hater. If Rafael Nadal's wrist is about to break, people, y'all and I having the real conversation and I think needs to be happening. Rafael Nadal's career is nearly over. If his wrist is that fucked up, his career is done. Let me not say done.
Well, no, he did say though.
His
career might be done. No, he said that he might be back in a month's time.
He cannot be back in a month's time.
Well, as you say,
I think he should probably just, have lunch with Delpo and sort it all out.
He's gonna get.
I don't understand. You can't tell me you have a wrist injury, which is you're about to break your wrist, which means that if breaking is about to happen, that there is at least a hairline fracture. At the very least, there has to be some chip, something, because it just can't be like we're looking at the MRI and your bone is okay. I see no line fracture, no nothing, but in 2 minutes you hit one more ball, it's about to break. Either that's made of glass, or then we have to talk about bone density issue, which again is just as bad as.
You know what? Maybe Rafa doesn't drink his milk and he's got, some osteoporosis going on. I don't know, but
you need more than Boniva, okay? You need more. I think Rafa Nadal's career there has to be a question mark. It's nearly over. I mean, you can't come back from a risk. Ask Delpo.
Well, I think what you're gonna discover if Rafa's career is not over, is that what you will find is that in the next couple of weeks you will get more information about Rafa's injuries that will highlight that it wasn't as serious as
it will be less severe.
It might be less severe, which would then mean that he might be able to return, if not for Wimbledon, then at least for the Olympics. So, which to me is sort of the shocking thing about this injury, really, is that I'm surprised that Rafa didn't risk it. I mean, that's because I mean he's risked so much in the past with his injuries, and I would have thought that he would have risked a lot for this French Open because he was in such a good position.
Don't you think he's trying to tell us that he tried to risk it, but he just couldn't do it? Isn't that what he's trying to say?
That's one of the reasons why. I mean, listen, I've been fairly cynical about Rafa's injuries in the past, and it's one of the reasons why this time around I was like, well, I'm gonna pause here, because he sort of, he had Granulier's next. It's not a battle, but I feel comfortable that Rafa would have gotten through that match.
You felt comfortable?
I felt pretty comfortable that Rafa would get through.
I told you, whenever Rafa is playing, there's a Spaniard. It's a bye.
Yeah, so I thought he would probably get through that match. So I was more shocked that he withdrew, which then led me to believe that whatever injury it is, if it is the risk, it's far more serious than I would have even given credence to, which lends, I think, a better case to Reals' point that this is potentially a career-ending injury.
He can't show up at Wimbledon telling me he's gonna be a contender. Like, I'm gonna try to win my third Wimbledon title. Like, boo.
Yeah,
so then that is more. Yeah, so it is more. It is scarier to contemplate then, I think, for tennis and for people who value Rafa's presence on the tennis tour, because that leads me to believe that whatever is going on, and I'm never 100% certain about anything that the camp says. I don't take them at their word. I simply just look at it and go whatever. But whatever is happening, I think is definitely more serious, and should be more serious, because if I wouldn't have pulled out of a third round encounter like that.
Because what I'm hearing, right
later, not as serious. So I don't know.
What I'm hearing from his friends is like, oh, he's not winning. I'm looking for him to win his 10th. Boo! Forget about the 10th French Open. He got 9 already. The real issue is, can Nadal play another tournament? Can he get through the Sunday of another tournament with a wrist injury?
With an injury where his hands are going to break, where it's going to break. I mean, we know people who have had wrist injuries on the tour. They haven't come back successfully.
And considering the fact, is it his right hand or left hand?
I can't tell.
I can't remember. They did say.
No, it's his
maybe
forehand.
somebody listening can tell us what hand was it.
Oh my God, you're so bad.
All right.
All right.
Are we gonna have a Cornet moment here?
Yeah.
Check the tape. Check the tape.
Wait,
okay?
no, listen. You know, I've already gotten savaged for being unsympathetic enough about this, but you know, I'm a cynic, so I'm just gonna.
Me too.
I'm just gonna say, you know, whatever is going on with Rafa, it has to be serious enough for him to pull out of a pretty nice draw to the semis, I think. So,
Right.
you know, I hope that whatever gets sorted, and that he's able to end his career the way that you want to end your career as a top athlete, which is somewhat going out on top on your own terms. So that's as much as I feel comfortable saying, but you know, I don't know. I mean, it'll be curious to see what we find out in the coming months or weeks, and whether he shows up at Wimbledon or Stuttgart. I think, isn't he the defending champion at Stuttgart?
No idea.
It's a grass tournament, so
Yeah, no
he
idea.
is.
All right. So, Rafa's out. I don't know what's
Sanga's out. That was sad. I mean, it was a groin injury. I guess he didn't want to risk that either. I mean, I've seen people play through them, but he pulled up.
Andre, look, look. When William happened, and in no way am I stressing. Look,
we're totally getting called out on Twitter.
I'm sure we are, but
Nita says, listen, Nita says, laugh out loud. You guys don't know this, and you're calling it career-ending. My word. When I tweeted out which wrist is injured.
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, we know nothing.
It's clearly bad enough that you pull out of a tournament mid-tournament when people have been priming the pump, telling us that you were going to be on par to maybe collect your 10th. So it's obviously a serious enough injury.
Well, but I think what is striking me, so I guess, but it's kind of like, it's because his fans are not seeing this. So his fans is just like, oh, why you gotta pull out of the French Open? You're gonna win your 10th. Anyway, boo, we catch you in Wimbledon. We're so sad you're not going to win your 10 French Open. It's like, no, Rafa wrist is about to break. Okay?
It's the right one, the right wrist.
The right wrist.
But that wasn't the wrist that had the, okay, well, okay.
All right. Moving on. So.
Good luck on all of that, people. I mean, yeah, basically, with a major injury like that, we're saying don't show up for Wimbledon. Which actually,
someone else just said it's the left wrist.
Okay,
and then someone else just said it's not the bone, it's the tendon. See, nobody knows what the fuck is going on there.
I'm sorry.
We'll know later.
Hold up. Again, this is why people need to understand. Tendons don't break. Tendons tear.
They tear and they rip.
Break. Okay? So if you're talking about you're about to break your wrist, you're talking about a bone. Right? It's a bone. Look, at the very least.
We'll chalk it up to bad English because Rafa no speak a good English.
It's English never good then, but when he's about to shade a motherfucker, English on point. Right? English on point, right?
So anyways, apparently we have some other little we had some other little drama that we've been asked to talk about.
Oh dear, what?
Because I didn't know anything about this. Apparently Tatiana Maria is suing after her loss versus Cornet.
Damn straight she should. Look, there's no bones, you know. It's not because I don't like Alize. It's nothing to do with Serena. I just don't like Alize Cornet's spirit. Just don't like our energy. Just don't.
The bitch is mean, ain't she?
It's his left wrist.
She just rubs
me.
She just rubs me like a rich girl who just think when she go on court, you know, like it's her balls and her tennis, you know, and those children like, look, I ain't winning, so I'm taking my ball and my rackets and I'm going home. Okay? She just like everything is just like 20 times. But she's funny in GIFs though. She definitely is funny.
Well, I mean, she pulled out every stop.
But that was a little. What you did to that girl was definitely.
It was just nasty. And can I ask a question?
Though, but no, come on, that girl. Come on, though. I'm not feeling any sympathy for her. Listen, is she new? She's a mom on tour.
I mean, yes.
So
I mean, no, I'm not
lady.
talking about that. I'm not talking about
Cornet,
that. But, I mean,
Cornet's court presence is known. It is what she does, and she does it even more when she's in France. So this idea that you got distracted by someone's histrionics and now you want to sue, I'm sorry. You got distracted. You allowed yourself to get played by the opponent. I don't have that much sympathy for her about that.
I am all for her suing. I don't care if she wins. She could definitely.
What is she suing for?
But I do think that Alize Cornet, the fact that that none of no one is the tennis authority, that she called a trainer saying, like, I think it's her right thigh, and then she's having treatment on the left one.
That's because she needed a break. You're not allowed to get treated for cramps. I mean, that's just it.
You know how I feel about majority of these medical timeouts. It's mental timeout.
Man, come
I think that is. No, I really do think that.
Wait. What's the rule? You're not allowed to be treated for cramps, correct? Or is it you're not allowed to be treated more than once? What is it? Which is it?
I think you're not allowed to be treated more than once. In the past, they weren't treating for cramps. But they can't bring the trainer out, I think, for the same thing twice for medical timeout, something along those lines.
You can't be treated for the same injury twice, but there is a specific rule on cramping. But whatever the rule is, she totally sideswiped it. I don't know if it was the left leg, right leg, whatever it was. Let's say her right leg was cramping.
No.
She got the left leg treated so that she could rest.
Well, this is what happened. See, what happened is Maria is having a problem because Maria says you cannot take a medical timeout for cramping. However, she believes that Cornet was actually cramping, but Cornet suggested to her people, to the person that came out to look at her leg, that it wasn't cramping, it was a hip issue. So Cornet is not claiming cramping, even though that's what Maria thinks was happening.
Because she's not allowed to claim it.
She's not allowed to claim cramping. So she said there was something wrong with her hip. I mean, and how are you gonna discount that? Like, how can you say that? I mean, you can't tell somebody it's not your hip.
You're right. You can't.
You know what I mean? Like,
all we know.
You know what's gonna happen with your nasty ass, right? And I'm calling you that. With shit like this, next week, pretty soon, players are gonna vote no medical timeout for anybody. You just play. You take the coach, you're ready to play. You fall down. You don't give a shit. I mean, Alize Cornet, you're low key. No wonder you're called Cornet more. Okay, you are Voldemort's spawn. You're just nasty.
Well, it's also not Cornet's fault that the official allowed her to.
And that's the other thing. You know that drives me insane.
You know, I mean,
how many did she get? Didn't she get like 6?
It was up to the official to stop it, and it was also up to the official to say, "Listen, this is going over. You're going overtime now. We're gonna dock you some points."
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand.
Maybe the match could have been controlled, but I think the person who she should consider suing is not Cornet.
It's the umpire.
Well, it is. That is what she
because I don't like her. Just sue her, Maria. Take her ass to court.
She's suing the official. She's thinking of suing the official, not Maria.
Which is fair.
But meanwhile,
I can't wait to hear what the actual suit will be.
I know.
Is she gonna
and you know who will be there for that lawsuit? Reels will be there for that lawsuit. Going through the document line by line.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I mean, is it going to be like a situation of mental distress or something? I don't know.
No, it was probably
loss of revenue.
No. I mean, at most,
I'm here for that. You miss all that third round money, you know.
No, at most, what she can say is she can claim that that she didn't have a legitimate hip issue. She actually, in reality, was cramping, and that she should not have been allowed to get a medical timeout for cramping, because that's a fitness issue, is it not? Now
that's what they've determined. Issue, so. And good luck proving that.
I know.
You know what, Maria? But you know what? I'm just gonna tell you this. Reels keep it real. I'm kind of glad Cornet win, because I think Cornet had a better chance of losing against Venus in the third round. Just saying it. Just saying it.
We should just get it over. What else?
But anyway, speaking about medical issues, how can we forget that Vika Azarenka was trying some bionic shit on the fucking court this week?
No, but guess what? Remember, this is why we call that section delirious. Didn't I say somebody was going to fall down and start crying or pass out? I mean, there wasn't any crying, but there was definitely pain.
I mean, look, Vika Azarenka is going. She got one more major to be where she's trying some crazy gonna kill herself. I think at Wimbledon, she about to kill herself. Vika Azarenka will drop dead at Wimbledon. I mean, I don't mean it's in mean-spirited, but I mean, look, I'm gonna show my receipt. I am going to show my receipt.
What?
Okay?
What are you saying?
2009, Australian Open against Serena. Vika Azarenka was blazing Serena. She was giving Serena a run for her money, putting Serena. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. She was stumbling. And she would not get off the court. A boxer's trying to tell her get off. The commentators and Serena just like, well, she over there, she's fucked up now. Let me get it in. And Vika, that's Australia. Next, U.S. Open, I believe, I want to say it's probably 2010 or 2011. No, sorry, I tell a lie, 2010. Because 2011, she lost in the third round to Serena, second round. I did see that match. Again, in this U.S. Open, she fainted on the court. They had to take her. She left flushing medals in an ambulance.
I remember that.
No, at
the
French Open, this was crazy. She got a knee injury. And mind you, Karen Knapp, I knew there was no way there's going to be a win next to your name unless Vika retire. Girl, I can't even deal with you right now, Karen Knapp. And don't even get me started on the Italians, but you know what? This ain't a real, this is my show. This is my Twitter code.
No, it's fine. You obviously have something to say about Vika.
But Vika has a fucked up knee, and Homegirl is trying to continue this match. And I was like, Vika.
But I think she was trying. You know what? Honestly, though, I do think that Vika was aware of her reputation as somebody who has been injury prone in the past, and people are kind of suspect of. So I think she wanted to kind of nobly fight the good fight. Although I will say that it was sort of salty for poor Karen, because Karen was looking like, please stop hitting these winners.
Exactly.
Why are you hitting these winners? You know, I think that it was just so much for her. I mean, and it was kind of salty that Vika won the second set, as if to say, listen, you're only winning this because I'm injured, and look at it. I took the second set on one leg.
Exactly.
You served for it twice, and I still took the second set in a tie break on one leg.
In the tie break, I still fucked it up.
You know what I mean? It's psychological. I mean, psychologically for Karen, I would thought that had to be, even though she got through it and was like celebrating, it had to also be slightly disappointing to know that you were sort of trolled in the second set a little bit towards the end. You know, like
Karen, that's what you do, right? Remember against Kitava? You remember that? Last year, I think it was. Remember that match? Girl.
But I'm sorry for Vika. I don't know what that means, because at the end of the day, I thought that she was injured with a back injury. I thought she came in with a back injury. And I mean, I didn't think her back had been fully set. So I was surprised that she was playing anyway. So I'm curious whether this means that Vika is not going to be I would assume it means that she might have some problems for grass. And so maybe we'll get like a good Vika run in the U.S. Open.
Look, Vika. Look, I understand what Andre is saying. You know, maybe you just don't want to have that repetition floating over your head.
Yeah.
However, homegirl, your injuries are real. Okay, you don't have like asthma or like allergies or one of these. No, none of these injuries we can't see. You know, we can see you are passing out on the court. Okay, we can see that. We can see your knees.
She did have that panic attack, remember?
Oh my God.
Look, we can see all these things, okay? We know that is legit, okay? We don't need to check your pressure. If you're not fit, get off the court. It don't look cute, okay? It's not.
We believe you.
Reals.
All right.
You done?
I'm done.
All right.
God, Reals was feeling it about these injuries.
He was feeling some type of way, right? So,
Okay.
Just to answer a couple Twitter questions.
Please, yeah.
I did a quick Google search, and no, Google is not always 100% correct, but I do believe that the rule is you cannot be treated for cramps. You can't. Yeah, you can't. You cannot be treated for cramps. So, I mean, it's obvious what players do is they come up with some other injury so that they can rest whatever's cramping. We know that happens, but the rule is no, you cannot say, I need a medical timeout or I need treatment for cramps. Illegal.
We should know this, Jack Sock. That's why Jack Sock don't continue to get very far different U.S. Open. Because he can't get treatment.
You're right.
Anyway, Remy Danton, who I believe is a massive Rafa fan, he pointed it out to us. He said Rafa had a blue cast on his left wrist in uppercase letters, left wrist during the presser. Is
No,
this a
he
cast? Or
It's
that's not a
Which
cast.
presser?
I'm going to
Which
show you the picture,
presser?
Andreen. Relax.
It's not a cast.
Calm down. It's not a cast. It's
It's
more.
a wrist guard.
It's a guard. It's
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean,
It's
I
a
watched the
brace.
presser,
We would
and
call it a brace.
Okay,
And
I
this is-
watched
and-
it. I didn't remember seeing. That is hilarious.
No, I
And this is all
remember. No, I
Spider-Man.
remember.
Rafa, how old are you, Rafa? Are you 12?
It's not
This is a
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Cut the shit.
paraphernalia. This ain't
Oh my
real.
God, it is Spider-Man. Oh,
Look, look.
Cute. Leave it
I'm
alone.
gonna go to Marvel merchandise website and see if I can find this.
you're gonna need to go sit in the corner. and
I'm
cool
kidding.
off.
He's
Okay,
very
Rafa
wealthy
fan,
right now.
Rafa fans, I admit it. That's low bar, technical time off for me. That was foul of me to say that I will find this on Marvel merchandise website.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe that's going to be the most shown press conference in a while, so you might actually see.
It popped
A
up
wrist-
on eBay.
Why not?
We have
Okay.
a lot of. Let us not forget.
So
our
answer
fans
the
out there.
question. What are the questions? Yeah, tell me. I
Yeah,
can't
so we
see
have
it.
a lot of things. I mean, people, we had a agenda, but you know what? We suck up for the fans, and we will let the fans
They
have
just
their
blew
way.
it out of the water.
Yes.
So what did they say?
So one says, "All this possible, please comment on the Raonic coaching edition."
Oh God,
So apparently, I don't. Has this been confirmed?
it's been
I'm not-
confirmed.
It's been confirmed.
Just for Wimbledon. Just for
Just for
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon,
Wait,
John
what?
McEnroe
Yes.
has been added to the Raonic team.
Apparently, he has a very large coaching staff. How many coaches does he have? Like 25? No.
Well, no,
I
I
believe
think
it's
nine.
just Carlos Moya and
it's like Carlos and Pietro, right? The Italian guy. Doesn't he still have a...
is he trying to
Are
run a little
people-
UN over there or something? English,
No, I
Spanish?
mean, I think what he's admitting is that he needs different ears for different surfaces. So he clearly
That's fair.
did he bring in like Carlos Moya for the clay? I mean, Carlos probably should be put to rest now since he got eliminated today. So you just move that one out and then move Johnny Mac in for the grass. Which I mean, I still think that's that's probably one of his better surfaces to try on. No, if he's gonna make any big push,
I
the
agree.
grass.
Yes. Wimbledon is a place where his game supposed to be, or traditionally would have made a bigger impact.
Maybe
the
back
grass
in the
would play
days
this
when
game.
right.
I don't know how the grass to play this. What kind of grass to put there? Whether it's like Wimbledon, don't even get me shaded on your ass, right? But anyway, let me just say, when I heard this news, I'm sorry. Johnny Mac is not allowed to coach anyone. I'm just sorry.
Why?
I think this could be great.
Together.
He might
I'm
give
sorry.
us the fun excitement in the box that like
See,
Nick Kyrgios wants.
Johnny Mac, you know what happened to Johnny Mac right about now? You sat on your ass and you saw Boris Becker, former commentator, coaching. You saw what's his name? Federer's friend, Stefan, and of course you saw Brad Gilbert, and you tell yourself
He wants a super coach. Is that what you're saying?
you want a super coach position and you could do better. But I'm sorry, a good mathematician is not a good math teacher, and Johnny Mac can't even get his life together on the commentator booth. Cannot.
Well, I mean, now he just has to focus on one player. I mean, usually he doesn't have any details about the players. He doesn't have any information about the matches he's about to cover.
Still won't. He won't.
But now he'll be able to listen. He has I mean, at the end of the day, Raonic has a very limited toolbox, as they say, and it's not like Johnny has to contemplate a lot of things in terms of instructing Raonic about how to do the work that he needs to do on court to get through his matches. Raonic has a serve and a big forehand and somewhat better movement than he had in the past.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
I mean, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not like he's been charged with turning Grigor around. I mean, think about it. That's a real task. That's a real task.
No. You will not be shading Mr. Scherzinger just so early, okay? We got a special place for Mr. Scherzinger later on in the show, okay?
Right.
Our lovely friend
don't-
of the podcast, two of them actually have left YouTube comments. I think they're afraid of. Well, one has openly said he's not for Rafa fans coming at him, so he ain't talking on Twitter. He's gonna talk to us here.
That's fine.
But lovely drama girl, always love her. She says, is Tatiana going to use the same lawyer as Jeannie? Well, I hope not. I don't really think that's where we're at.
Where is the Jeannie lawsuit? We
You don't know.
We have to check in on that. We have to check in on that.
After all
And
that
then-
Mount US Open had, they gotta settle that shit.
We don't know though. That's not
Yeah,
clear.
we
It's
don't
not
really
clear.
know what's going on.
So we need to check in on that. Thanks for reminding us about that. We have
Yes.
to check in on that.
Thank you. And then the lovely Tommy, Nectar737. In a nutshell, Roger and Rafa are old. Rafa wasn't winning anyways, so it's
Oh my
not really.
Lord.
He's not surprised, Whatever. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Although
Tommy,
I will say though that this year has simply confirmed to the rest of the world what we've been saying for the last 2 years, which is yes, Roger and Rafa are old, and Novak is not getting them at their peak. But let's ignore that.
Let's
and
not go
pretend
there today, right?
Yeah, let's ignore it and pretend, because now everybody's sort of dismissive. Well, Federer, what's the point? Federer didn't even need to be there. He had no shot. Well, I'm sorry. I thought he was the peak rival. And then Rafa gets eliminated with an injury, and people are like, well, he wasn't going to get to... I thought Rafa was the peak rival. Oh, no. The real peak rival is Dominic Thiem. Okay, fine. So, I mean, we're in a transition period. Yes, you're right. You're fair enough. It is sad, though, that we have we're living like in a post-Fidal RG. Let's hope it doesn't go. It's not permanent. Maybe we'll get them all back for the U.S. Open. Let's hope on that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
right.
as Real says, tendons don't break. So
Yeah, and you know what?
think-
No, the truth of the matter is, a fucked up tendon is far worse than a broken bone.
Well, yeah, I
It
know.
takes longer to
That's the-
heal.
Oh, right. That
It's more
much is
painful. So, he probably would have been better off with a broken wrist. I don't
But if
know.
there were,
I think hoping to see him back in 6 weeks is highly unlikely. That's just
Well, he's
my
not,
normal
but he's
opinion.
not realistic.
No,
Or whenever
no,
Wimbledon
no.
is. Whenever I don't even know when it is.
very likely that he will show up in 6 weeks. My
Stop
thing
it.
is just that.
I know you're not buying it. We know.
I don't
Not
buy
letting-
it. It can be. I don't
Andrew,
think
you
it
can
can
give
be
it
a
to
wrist
him.
broken injury. But
Give
anyway,
it to him.
Shut it, Real.
yeah,
Shut
I'm trying
it.
to go back to our agenda.
Shut it,
Look,
Real.
ladies, let's try to come back to our agenda.
Yes,
I think
sir.
there were other questions that there will probably, but just to see if we can deal with the men. So let's deal with the actual tennis. Should we a little bit?
What tennis?
All right. So I watched none of the men. I think a few of the men.
I watch a lot of men.
Please say what you watched then, because I
Okay.
didn't get a chance to see. What did you
I
see?
Oh, I saw the Andy Murray messes.
Ah, yes. How were those messes, and why was
Okay.
Andy in a mess?
Well, first of all, Stefanik just goes through qualification rounds just in the hopes that he would draw a big name and he would just give them a fucking nightmare. And he does. I mean,
He's
like,
good at it too.
and he's good at it. I mean, like, I think he almost took Federer out 1 year, I think, at the Australian Open. If I'm not
He's got lots
mistaken.
of close calls. Motherfucker's old. He's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
yeah, he just like,
37. He's older than Venus. That's old, man.
Look, I know everyone is trying to convince me that somehow it's the camera that's adding 20 pounds of ugliness to Stefanik's face. But people, he's not a cute boy. But that's beside it. Petra loved him. And that's all I
Beside
can
the
say.
point. Talk about the
Beside
match.
the point. Anyway, the match. Look, Stefanik really thought that he had a chance to win, and he did. But, he got foolish. He really thought that he could. He should have tried to do it in 4 instead of trying to do it in 5. So when the 4th set rolled around and he dropped the 2nd, 3rd set, he thought that he could kind of wait it out, and try to run the clock down. He took a long bathroom break so that it would go over the next day. But what he should have done is that he allowed Murray to get his shit together and, try to find some plan. And the next day, they finished out the fourth set, and then he came within 2 points of winning the match. But when he had that deuce point to go to break, he just allowed shit to happen, and Murray got in, and Murray played Murray, and that was what happened. But I have to say, I mean, look, I don't know what are the rumors, whether this is true. I know Maresma is saying that she couldn't take Murray and his behavior on court. He always directing this kind of profanity. But I have to say, this is stupid. I mean, there is no fucking way Murray should be carrying on this man code. Murray just literally sitting down and saying, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you."
Why did I miss these? I miss all the good shit.
I think you're missing this because they go on commercial where I get my shit from. You don't get commercial like that.
And also, I worked all week, so I did not wake up early.
Girl, I have a full-time job. Don't be trying to shade me.
No, I'm not shading. I'm just saying that when I naturally woke up, it was sort of like on the third match. So Murray was always scheduled for like the first match or the second match.
Oh, right.
And so I missed all of his explosions except for today, which was his most sort of calm match, was against Isner today. So I got that one. I would
say he legitimately beat wore out Stefanik, but in the second round, that French guy was inexperienced. He put his cart way before the horse.
Oh, that was too bad.
He already saw himself in the newspaper. I took the Murray, the king of the king of clay, and the French crowd was sending him crazy. You know what I mean? So he got way ahead of himself, and he allowed Murray to get better, which is that you never do. You have these top players on the rope. You go in for the kill.
You gotta kill him.
You cannot allow them to, and I think sometimes they forget what was working for them, or perhaps if they need to tweak something, it's the subtle difference they need to subtle changes, not try to go for something drastic. You know what I mean? Don't all of a sudden think you're gonna try some shit which you never know. But you know what? Hey, luck might fall in your way, but just know that you have to be on top of it. And Murray lived to fight another day, the new king of clay. But in my mind, he looked like the king I hate. But you know what?
Murray for what I struggle tennis.
But you know what though? I think it's really good. Yeah, I think this is the thing. It doesn't matter. He played poorly and survived, and now I thought he handled John Isner really well. He returned well.
Evil.
Yeah, I mean, and Evo. I mean, that was the thing that we said initially was we thought he would have problem with steps, probably get through the wild card easier, and then the big servers would be no problem, so he'd at least be efficient. But then of course Murray went ahead and screwed us by getting going long the first 2 days. But no, I'm not unconvinced that Murray is. I feel like Murray still has a really good shot at getting to the final.
I think Murray has a great shot at getting to the final.
I think he's playing better.
I think he will get to the final. But he's been a fucking emotional mess.
That was actually a question for us, was who do we think would emerge out of the Murray versus Stan piece? What's the likelihood you think of Andy winning against
Stan and Andy are slated to meet. You know what?
In the semis.
I mean, if everybody is playing to their current form as they have this week, Andy's not going to get through that. Stan will overpower him. He can rally all damn day too. He's not, and he has more variety in his game when he needs to. I don't know. I think Stan takes that one.
Well,
if Murray's playing like he's playing now, he will not be able to make them kind of mistakes like he's made in his matches this week against Stan.
As well too.
I don't know though, because I always think that you have a shot against Stan. I mean, Stan plays,
we know.
Right.
Stan hasn't showed up in a while. This is his time to show up. This is what he does. And
girl,
he's
Stan won Geneva.
He's here.
Is that where the place is? Geneva?
It don't matter. That doesn't count.
Yeah, girl, that is his Chennai.
No, that was not his moment. Plus, I like his kit.
Oh Lord, so she's judging it by the kit. Yeah. But so that's what happened with Andy. Because I was curious. From what I saw today, I mean, it wasn't fabulous, but he didn't need to be fabulous. But I thought he withstood whatever pressure he needed to against Isner, who had chances in the tiebreak. And then in the second set, he was pretty ruthless about those drop shots and very effective in breaking at exactly when he needed to break. So I don't know. I thought that was a really comfortable and I would assume confidence-giving match.
Today was the most comfortable he's looked, period.
Okay, good.
I mean, he's been. You know what? I haven't watched any tennis until today. I've seen a few games of matches here and there before I go to work, but I have been living off of Roland Garros radio, and it is so fun. I love it. I love it because the commentators, they're actually calling it point by point, play by play,
nice.
shot by shot, and it goes really fast, and typically there's one person, there's always two people, and then one person is, like inside out forehand to so-and-so's backhand and da-da-da-da-da, oh, Murray's into the net, nah, and they sound like you want commentators to sound, like exciting, like how we talk about how they're crazy and wild.
Wade in the booth. She's just like, what is this girl thinking?
Well, radio coverage of tennis reminds me of like soccer coverage. They're excited like that, and it's just fun. And you really can, just sit there and listen and like see what's going on, and it's fun. So it was fun to listen to Murray and Stepanek over 2 days. That was fun.
Well, based on the draw, I mean, I have to say, based on this side of the draw that we saw, I'm bitterly disappointed in Kai's performance today. I know that you don't get on Kai's bandwagon, but I mean, errors. I know the errors were out of control, and I don't know why. I don't know if Kay decided that this was a match he thought he could win, like he should win, which I guess he would, comfortably. He probably, I don't know what his mindset was, but it was just the wrong one. I think it just he was.
First of all, he's fucking around with Verdasco. What the fuck?
But you know what? But Verdasco can get hot. He's done it. He was playing big. He went big after Kay won the first two sets and was kind of just like controlling the tempo of the match. And Kay just stayed calm and within himself and did what he needed to do to sort of rein Verdasco in. But in this match, it was like Kay had decided, I'm just going to play aggressive tennis today. I'm just going to hit. I'm not willing to rally all day. I don't know why he thought that was a good approach against Gasquet, because I feel like Gasquet is slightly unpredictable in rally shots. So I thought
in life?
Well, in life in general, but also just as just hitting a rally ball. I really thought that Kai would
one-handed backhand.
Yeah, like I just yeah, and if you keep him going long enough, he does tend to back up. But with Kay constantly going for the big winner and missing, it was like I really thought that I have to say Gasquet didn't have to do much. He simply had to play nice, clean tennis. Right. I think at some point he was like at 6 errors and Kai was, I don't know, like in the 20s or the 30s. It was ridiculous. So I mean, it was like overhitting. He overshot his mark too many times. Because listen, he was up a break in the first set.
Yeah, it's 4-2 before the rain came and washed it all away. I'm telling you, that K-Buzz, I'm telling you, it ain't all terrain. It ain't all terrain. That bus was made out of macaroni.
I ain't fucking with him ever. I ain't fucking with him. And Peter, Thai guy, 84, Peter.
Yes.
It's not me that you say hush your mouth to. That's the rule. It's always Reals. I don't hush my mouth. We tell Reals to hush his mouth, even if you don't like what I'm saying.
Wow. Peter's trying to let you know that Murray is winning the French Open.
He tells me to hush my mouth because Andy will win.
That's fine. No, I mean, okay, so Kay was disappointed. That was a disappointing loss, but at the same time, props to Gasquet to getting his first quarterfinals, on the 13th try?
Ever?
Really?
Ever. Yes. Dude, at the French. At the French.
Oh my God.
You know why? He must have
like telling me Gasquet has been everywhere else except here? He's been
it's Paris, France. This is his issue. This is his, what is
He's
the
thing that you care
about? No, this is the thing you carry around your neck. This is his albatross. The French is his albatross. So getting to the quarters for the first time is great. He can play Murray well, just don't lose from 2 sets up again. So maybe that's going to be a nightmare trigger for him.
That match gave me a nightmare, and that's ages ago.
Maya from Twitter says that Gasquet's always been tough for Key. So we have to give Richard some credit. I mean, what's their head-to-head? I don't know.
No, but I mean he has, because he has a 6-2 head-to-head, but the last 2 Kay had won fairly comfortably on clay recently. So I just thought that he knew what he needed to do, but he just overplayed. Like he was hitting flat balls when he probably should have hit with more spin so that the ball stayed in. He was just, I don't know, the wrong strategy at every point in time. Like, why are you finishing this shot right now? Just keep on going with the rally ball. Just wait for a better opening. And it didn't happen. Just a bad day.
Tony, are you with us or not?
Meanwhile, there is some man from Spain, Ramos-Vinolas.
Ah, yes!
See Ramos, who beat. Look, in my mind, when I was watching this match, I was just like, "That's Carlos Moya for you, Milos. He just letting you know. Don't you think you're bringing Johnny Mac up in here thinking he's running the shit? Carlos, run the shit. You see my Spanish man? The fuck you over in the I did not expect a scrub. Yes, he didn't even. This is not even. He's a full-on scrub. He got in the main draw.
But you know what?
You know what? In 3 sets.
Why not? You know what I know about Ramos-Vinolas? That he beat Federer in Shanghai in 3 sets. So.
Hi, Tony.
Yes.
Oh God, selective amnesia, because I did watch that match too.
No. So no, I mean, like I hadn't. But listen, Milos has a hip issue. I'm sorry.
I'm not convinced that he was healthy today.
I don't think he was.
And you know what?
So
I'm fine with him not talking about it. I'm
totally
fine with that.
Did he
I don't need to hear about it, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. Whatever. You know.
Well, I think it'd be fun. I think it'll be fun because I actually think it's a better match. Well, no, because even though Raonic played Stan really well at the Australian Open, I think this is more of a grinder, traditional sort of Spanish match that Stan is about to get, which I think is important preparation for Murray. Because I think Murray's going to try to, if Murray gets through the match, I think he's going to make it about fitness with Andy.
With Stanley.
With Stanley. You know what I mean? Like, be out there for hours, grinding ball, getting
Murray, you can't be out there for hours. You already spent that ticket in the first round, boo. So.
Well, you can't let it be about power tennis, because if that's the case, then Stan is better and Murray on that. On all triggers.
I don't know who I want in the finals. You know what? I think I'm going to want Albert in the final.
You know what? Shut up.
Let me finish.
Shut your mouth.
Let me finish.
Shut your pie hole.
Prize winner in the final. Sure.
You're shit.
This is me. First of all, I know if Novak catches Andy in the finals again, it will be a beatdown. It ain't gonna be Rome all over again. Ooh, okay, all right.
I think it's gonna be like it was gonna be like Paris last year, which was a 5-set match. Why do you all think that it's gonna be these straight sets? It is still a big deal for Novak to get to that final, be in the right mental space to go against Andy. It's not clear. I don't think that's a straight set. Why would
How's
you think
Berdych playing?
Come on now, people. Let's. Do you want us to take that seriously?
What?
Berdych versus Nole?
No. I was just asking how is he playing. Sorry, forgive me.
I'm teasing.
But forget that. I mean, it is the top half. Is the bottom half of the top half. The bottom quarter of the top half. It's some interesting name. Granollers get through, only playing one full match in the first round.
No, that's great for him.
And he's in the fourth round.
I don't think that's a gimme. I don't think that's a gimme for team, because yes, I think we're all happy that
because Granollers win this matches in the quarterfinal. He don't gotta play qualification or challenges anymore. He got enough points to get in the main draw any way he wants to.
So much incentive.
I want David Goffin to meet Nole before team. I have seen Goffin play Novak hard. I've seen him take sets.
Though.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I feel like he's got the confidence. He feels like he's got a little bit under his belt because he's done it before. I don't care that it wasn't on clay, and it's probably going to suit him better that it is on clay. I want that before anybody else.
But you know what?
I just want it to be somewhat interesting.
I think I don't know if this might happen.
It could be Gobus again.
Exactly, Gobus could be
God.
To be like, I'm just gonna fuck you up.
That's the choice. Let me just say. Yeah. So this is the thing, Janina. It's Goffin versus Gobus, and then it's Dominic Thiem versus Marcel, and then it's Berdych versus Ferrer. Right. And I actually think Ferrer, because he's gotten this far, will get through Berdych, and then it's Nole versus RBA. So you have the possibility of Gobus getting his life right a second time by encountering Nole in a semifinal.
Yeah,
and then he gets to the final, and who does he meet? Does Gobus meet in the final? But Albert Vinolas.
You know what? My ass
want that final.
Up for that.
I want that final.
I will set an alarm for that one. I will be there.
Ramos-Vinolas. Sorry, it's Albert Ramos-Vinolas. I'm all for that. I'm all for
I want that. You know what? We're horrible. We basically just want a trolling final. We want some complete
no,
outliers.
I mean, like, for God, let the
Complete
rest
outliers.
of the scrubs, let the scrubs feel some, like, you know what, that could be me too.
You know, Tony says that Goffin is shitlisted for losing that 3-love lead in Cincinnati to Novak, and he's right. And you know what?
That was okay because Federer beat Novak in the final.
That's true, and I was there for it. But you know, this is the
it was sad though. He should have.
This is the kind of shit that Tony does to me. This is how he gets me to go to Novak matches. He tells me he's losing. That's why we can't be friends anymore, Tony.
So you sat through that match, but you know, I
watched some of it.
I watched that match though. It was fun. It was a fun match. I mean, it was frustrating, but it was good to see Novak so ruffled by Goffin. He's like, "Why is this shrimp? Why am I losing to this shrimp?" Turn it around, as he should have, and lose properly to Federer, only just to figure out what the game was, so that he can do it all over again at the U.S. Open.
Is that the year that Federer bageled Novak in the final?
No, that's not that year for you.
That's okay. That was a great one too.
So
But anyways,
before
we're not here for
move on
it.
to the ladies, I think we discussed all the possibilities. Who do you see in the finals, semifinals, and winning the main crown?
So,
well, Raonic lost today. I had him in the semifinal against Andy. That's not happening.
Yeah, I had.
Stan will be there.
Oh, actually, let me hear. How did you do in your round of 16 picks?
Round of 16 picks for the men's side. I had Cilic going against Raonic, and I had Gilles Simon, but Gilles Simon saw fit to tire himself out beating Peja, so that he had nothing left for Troitsky. So that sucked. And then I had Nick getting through Gasquet because I thought he might have tried this time. That was like the only. I mean,
this time
I know, right? And I thought Ferrer was going to be out, and obviously I had Rafa and I had Tsonga still in it.
Yeah.
I mean, those were, I think we all had similar draws for the men.
I think I did pretty well in it.
I actually got the top half of Nole's part all right. I had Nole, RBA, Ferrer, and Berdych. I had team taking Nadal out. I had Goffin getting through, but I also had Tsonga. But you know what? That part, see, when you get to the business end, it's easier to predict who's going to be there. The fucked up stuff happened way before that. I just happened to pick the right people to get through. But the rest of it.
So, who do you see in the semis?
I mean, the way that my, well, you know, I'm gonna go with Stan and Andy, and the other side's more of a wish list. I'm gonna go with Novak and Goffin, even though I have team taking out Goffin. However that works, I don't know, but I changed my mind a few minutes ago.
But that's gonna be a really good quarterfinal match, though. It's gonna be worth watching. They're about the same level, you know. It's gonna be interesting.
Which one?
The team versus Goffin, if they do get that far.
I mean, that could be pretty. I think for my semis, I have Novak going up. I had Novak going against Rafa, obviously, but now I actually think it'll be Nole versus.
Oh God!
I don't know if I can say this out loud.
Go it, Ernest. Go it, Ernest.
No. I'm putting Greniers all the way there. I feel like this is like the first round for him. Look at it. He's like, well, I'm fresh. I've been here all week. Here you go. I just got to play 3 rounds to get to the semis. Why not? Because didn't Marcel just beat Goffin in Rome? So I don't know. I think Marcel gets through that match.
Plus, I believe Dominic's energy level is gonna hit him because he signed up for doubles here too.
Whatever, the dude. But I thought he had a shoulder thing as well. So I don't know. I just feel like Marcel is nice and fresh. I mean, and you're right. It's like the quarterfinal, which means you've got a little. I mean, who doesn't play with everything they have for that quarterfinal? I think that's a really good shot for everyone in that section.
Or they get nervous and flop.
Who's likely to get more nervous in that section? The guy that has all the expectations on him, like team, or and it's 5 sets. I just don't know. I don't know.
I'm going. You know what? Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real honest.
Be honest.
I am not 100% convinced how's Novak playing? Who's watched him? What's he? I don't even know what his score lines look like, to be honest. Because when it comes on Roland Garros radio, I turn it off.
If you hear his if you
he's
watch
fine.
He's fine.
You haven't been able to see what he's made of though. I mean, you won't possibly unless Ferrer gets him, and then they just play court tennis, and you should be able to get a sense of Novak. There's no way that you're getting I haven't had a sense of him. I saw a little bit of him.
He doesn't play court tennis. He doesn't play traditional court tennis at
well,
all.
I'm not saying that someone is necessarily going to beat him, but I think that he's probably feeling a little pressure. And I think that he might be feeling enough pressure to falter, and it'll be of his own doing if he does. I don't see anybody that can really take him out before the final, or even possibly in the final. We'll see, but I don't know. He gets tight here. He gets tight.
Smart money is definitely putting him in the final and having him winning it. But
you know
me, I am all
with smart money
for
Goffin winning the title.
Goffin versus Albert Ramos, and Goffin winning the title and saying, thank you, Roger Federer, for inspiring me to play tennis, and this is for you.
Gosh.
Moving on to the ladies.
All right,
moving on to the ladies.
Do you know,
ladies? Before
this is a mess.
Okay.
What?
What is a mess?
The ladies.
Okay. Let me just.
Really? Not really.
Let me just. Quiet as it's kept. And I know she's about to fuck it up right now in 2 minutes tomorrow. My girl, Venus Ebony Star, is in the fourth round of the French Open. Like I told you, women. I told you, ladies, that
I put her there. Back off.
I said Venus is in the semis. And you got mad. I said Venus, Serena semis. I'm only here for that. And Andreen, you said no. But I mean, I don't know.
I'm not here for the semis. I don't want.
Look,
I
can't deal with Timmy beating Venus, and I cannot see Madison Keys put my girl Venus down again. No, I can't.
He's playing really well.
No. When I see Madison Keys, I think Lindsay. I think Venus 2020 head-to-head. Venus. Every win against Madison Keys for Venus, it's a win against Lindsay Davenport, even though they don't work together anymore.
I have a Novak fan agreeing with me, so back off.
It's agreeing with you what?
About what?
Tommy says he agrees that Novak could easily beat himself and choke.
Oh, we don't. That has always been our statement.
I mean, when's the last time you saw Novak choke?
I know that too.
The French Open last year.
You best believe he and Boris.
He does it real good once a year.
Tennis.
He and Boris got some $2 together to avoid that happening again.
Better.
Anyway.
Although I will say though that the irony of life would be to have Novak trip over RBA. I mean, that's like that's the irony.
Y'all know how much I would love that shit.
You know what I mean? Because you want them to get to the space, and then he's just like, "Whoop, sorry, RBA, sure, why not?"
Yeah,
and then RBA is playing
and the
another
spirit of Nole,
I mean,
the spirit of Divadal just continues to haunt Novak. At Paris.
No, I don't.
But
anyway, we're on the women's side.
I mean, yeah, there've been some very solid matches, and some people played some really good. As we said, this was the Begu section, but all of a sudden, Begu did what she needed.
Oh, the Begu section.
The Begu section, the bottom half.
Now we need Rogers section.
You did good though, Andreen. You called that.
But all of a sudden, apparently Begu had enough, and then Shelby Rogers. It turned out to be Shelby Rogers section. Who knew?
Can I tell you though? Can I just tell you about how the Shelby Rogers thing is playing that I think is amusing? So nobody thought Shelby Rogers had a shot at anything, right? I called it the Begu section. We all think it's the Petra section, maybe even the Klopp-Piskovic section, right?
It's actually
but now it's the Shelby Rogers section.
But we said no, thank you, Matt, for that.
So I'm watching NBC, and I guess they have like about a half an hour left of coverage. So now they did a whole intro to Shelby Rogers to show her playing Begu, letting you know that she is the only non-Williams naming American to make it to the quarterfinals at Roland Garros. And so it's like now there's this whole narrative in a very long time being crafted around Shelby. But I think it's great because the thing about Begu is that because she is sort of such an outlier, it's about a matchup, and clearly Shelby Rogers matches up well against her. Right. So that's like a wonderful gift for Shelby. I didn't get a chance. I saw her post match, but I didn't get a chance to see her match because I woke up thinking it was gonna be Begu. So I feel somewhat disappointed that Begu fell right before the quarter.
Exactly. She was gonna be like she just wanted to be first runner up. That's all she wanted to be, first runner up.
I'm sorry about Sveta. I'm sorry about Svetlana.
Yeah, but
I remember I had that match marked on my draw as Let's Go Crazy, and I totally slept through it.
Gabine is not about that life. Gabine loved the quarterfinal. This is her third straight year in the quarterfinal.
I'm happy that Svetlana got as far as she did. It would have been nice for her to get. It would have been nice for her to get through Muguruza though, because that could have
been
taken her to the final.
I mean, I really couldn't see anybody else.
No, who's gonna stop her? She needed that match.
You know what? I think you're gonna get yourself a Muguruza versus Aga semis.
Yes, because she's quietly moving to the draw. Apparently, she had some injury, which apparently no more.
The new
Aga?
Yeah.
Well, somebody gave her a Perankova gift. Thank you very much, Sloane Stevens. Not that you would have been able to be better.
Sloane Stevens. Look, girl, I'm not gonna be hating
Did you see the match?
Look.
No.
Sloane Stevens was up to love.
Real
and
fight.
Then she forgot tennis. Then she just forgot tennis. With that high waist dress. So look, you see, don't make me drag you, Sloane. Don't make me drag you, Sloane. You're on my list. You're on my list last year and this year. But I don't understand how you're losing 12 of the next 13 games to Perankova. It's Perankova.
And apparently Perankova was feeling herself on every side. Forehand, backhand, what?
I mean,
Sloane.
Plays her favorite season, right?
I mean, Sloane, this is nobody knowing it. Perankova is not even in the top 32.
Oh, lovely drama girl says Svetlana's still in doubles, she thinks?
Yeah, she's still in doubles.
She's playing with, oh my God. And I did see that.
I don't care about doubles. We don't care about doubles.
We do care about doubles.
Janine, I would take anything she can get at this point. It's Sveta. Sveta's getting older, too. She's an older lady.
She needs to retire and come be with me.
Okay, we're gonna have to stop this thing. But you know what? Can I tell you who has shamed me successfully?
Simona?
No.
Tony?
I'm not riding on any Simona bus. Sam Stosur.
Oh, she done told you to sit the fuck down, bitch. I'm playing, right?
Sam Stosur's like, what? You think Masaki Doi is getting over here?
Bitch, please. You better back up. Back up.
Sam Stosur is living her life right and getting all the way to the fourth round to sit around and possibly.
Andreen.
Wait,
what?
I was surprised. I know look, you can't sleep on Simone anymore because she has sent a lovely fruit basket to what's her name? Oh my God, who beat Lucic Baroni?
I don't know.
Diaz? Was it Diaz? No. She beat Diaz.
Serena Diaz?
No, Halep beat Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Osaka. It was Naomi Osaka.
Oh, yeah, Osaka. She sent a nice, lovely gift basket.
But I really wanted Naomi to take out Halep. Oh, I was feeling that scoreline. I really was.
Welcome, football tennis. Glad you could join us.
Yes.
So, I mean, of all the ladies thus far, I've really seen mostly Venus's match. I will say matches. I feel like I know pretty well how Venus is playing. All the other ladies and Keys, I haven't been able to get as much of a sense. What do you guys think of that part of the draw? Like, how strong does Halep look?
Well, she's playing smart tennis. She's not getting ahead of herself, and I noticed. Beating Lucy. I think she did beat Lucy, right? Safasheva? Yeah, because Lucy was not beating herself. I thought that was a good, solid match because I thought Lucy was getting her confidence back and be like, this is the place where I made a big run last year. I'm going to do it again.
She didn't beat Lucy. It was Stosur that beat Lucy. Halep beat Osaka.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have Lucic here. Sorry. I had Lucic Baroni in that second. So I thought
because that's what you wanted.
No, I thought, yeah, because, as soon as Simona see Lucic rolling across the net, she just tripped over. She just like...
She didn't have to worry about it, though.
She didn't have to worry about it.
I saw a little bit of her today against Doser. She seems okay.
Yeah, she's definitely playing solid tennis, and she's not getting too flustered and messy as she has been in the past weeks. A year, rather, I should say.
Tony wants to know what happened to Sloane and Petra that day. You know what? If we could answer that, we'd all be millionaires.
Well, Petra.
Petra, I don't.
Petra said that she
with Petra.
Petra
said she hadn't slept the night before.
Oh, I tell you why she hasn't slept.
It was fucking.
This is a Christian podcast. This is a Christian podcast.
I already know.
Petra, don't set me off. Petra, don't set me off.
She said that she hadn't rested. I think she wasn't rested.
Yeah.
And she hadn't slept. I don't know what she was contemplating. She was contemplating deep thoughts and wasn't ready.
Yeah, a deep thought. Yeah, okay. This is a Christian podcast, and
I said she was contemplating deep thoughts.
It is a Sunday, and y'all are not gonna get me to say.
You know what it is?
I'm gonna go say 10 Hail Marys.
She just got outplayed. But I mean, it's nice because I think the ladies' draw is lining up. I think the ladies' draw might actually be the reverse of the men's draw this time around, which is that I feel like all of the fun, interesting type matches might actually be coming now, as opposed to the other.
Right. When in the top half, I did see a lot of those matches too. I would say Carla Suarez Navarro is back again.
Is she still there?
Yes.
But yes, and these are girls who can really feel themselves every now and again, particularly on clay. Svitolina, I think she can play with Serena Hard. She's taken a set off Serena, I think, twice already. So she might be a very interesting round of 16 match. We got Kiki Burton, who apparently the Italian don't think is so cute. But Kiki, you don't give two fucks because you found yourself in the fourth round, right? And you just didn't back up your Kerber beat down. You took it all the way to the fourth round bag, okay,
That's
girl?
And she gets keys. And if I was anybody who wanted to get any sort of big hitter, I'd want keys. I mean, because I feel like she's the most that likely to be off her game.
Off the rails.
A little bit, you know?
Go sit in a corner and cry. Can't call your coach down today, babe.
Can't call a coach down. And Timia is definitely whom, again, last year made a good push last year. She's definitely playing some solid tennis. She's fitter than she was last year. And she has Venus, the 35-year-old. And Venus,
is that a gimme? I know Venus has a better head-to-head, but I feel like Venus needs to do like 1-2-3 tennis. 1-2 tennis.
She has to push. She has to serve well, deep balls, keep Timia from coming into the full court. That's definitely. I think this is, and someone asked about why is it that Venus beats Cornet and not Serena. Cornet only beat Serena once, and I think she retired.
She beat her twice. She beat her in Dubai. But remember, she also beat her on faster surfaces.
And not only that, too, it's a different matchup. Venus hits a flat ball against Cornet and keep her behind the baseline. And she lets Cornet know those stupid serves you send over here, girl, we're not playing. So, and Cornet has never taken a set out of Venus until yesterday. So, when Cornet looks at Venus, I think she's intimidated, knowing that Venus double breadstick her in Dubai in 2014 to win that title. So
I will say though that I happened to have a conversation with Bridge P about this, and she talked about it, and so Bridge P was quite good with the insight that people forget that Venus is much taller than Serena, and so yes, the serve comes right into Venus's wheelhouse, and that Serena is traditionally happy to sit out there and kind of grind a little bit. Venus doesn't really do that.
You ain't got no time for that with Sjogren. She don't have time for that.
Go get a tissue. Go get a tissue, Tony. And anyways, Yvette says that she was watching some Halep and Stosur. I didn't see any of that today. Did you guys?
Yeah, it was one of the last
matches. A little bit of it. They switched to a little bit after the men's match was over.
She said she looked strong, but
we're going to have to talk about NBC's coverage a little bit after we when we return to news.
The coverage in general, that's just shit. But whatever.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Listen, I'm going to tell everybody.
Make it through the draw.
Go.
What?
Come to my side with Roland Garros Radio. It's fun.
No.
You know what?
I like to see people move on TV. I mean,
I don't like listening. So anything else startling about the draw for you all this week on the women's side?
I'm sorry?
I said, what can we talk about? Anything else on the women's side?
We've got Kerber going out in round 1 and everybody having a fit because she's the defending, the French reigning Australian Open champion. Yeah, I get it. But like I pointed out to someone else, she almost lost in the first round of the Australian Open. I mean,
she wasn't ready. I really wish that she had though, because I was really feeling that calendar slam thing. So.
Oh Jesus.
It's a Sunday. Stop telling lies, okay?
I was. I totally thought to myself, you know what? Because it looked like after Miami, she was kind of feeling like she was maybe getting her game back. And
because
I thought,
she did win Stuttgart.
Yeah, and I just thought, okay, you know what? Kerber's gonna get back to her normal way of doing business. She may not win it, but at least she'll get deeper. And then but Kiki
was ready.
Ball because look at where she is. So I mean, obviously, and I think the same thing. I will say that about Troitsky too, because everybody was giving a lot of beef to Grigor, but clearly
not Reals. I said it.
I know, but clearly Troitsky was playing good enough because he lasted pretty long. So you have to give credit to the people who take out maybe the fave in a section if they keep it going.
Well, I think Troitsky realized that in a major he has time, right? Because I think in the regular tournaments, when it's best of 3 sets, he always felt like he's somewhat rushed in a way. When the other players is definitely hot, like they're on it, he doesn't have any. And I think against Grigor, he just felt, I just have to wait. There is no real panic here. I don't need to panic.
Not against Grigor.
Especially against Grigor, and I think I did see that match when Grigor just basically messed up because the momentum was clearly with Grigor.
In the 4th set, yeah.
Clearly with him, but he just kept, stumbling over himself.
Yvette from Twitter is asking if Tamia will frustrate Venus. They're playing?
Yes.
Yeah, next. You mean if Venus might frustrate herself, but
well, first I'm concerned because I heard that Venus was her arms were wrapped.
Her arm taped today.
Yeah, so Venus needs her serve. Let's just say that in order for Venus to get through that match comfortably, because I really feel I can understand that question about being frustrated because I feel like Tamia is pretty solid. Obviously on her backhand side, but I think still good in rallies, and so I would not want a grindy match with Tamia if I were Venus. I'm hoping that she'll be able to get some free points on that serve. If her serve is off, I think it's gonna just be a long day. I really do. That would be my fear. I feel like Venus has to play like lights out first strike tennis with Tamia. Don't get into any major long rallies. Don't anything over 4 or 5 shots.
She's done. Toast.
I'm giving it to Tamia. So I want her to do that thing where she approaches the net more often than she does. I mean, I want Venus to really
because she can handle it. She just has to play right. She has to play smart.
Yeah, the serve definitely needs to be Venus. 20%.
That's my thing.
Yeah, the serve is right. Tamia is in front. But you know what, Venus?
I
am proud of you getting to the 4th round.
Oh no! Don't start the pity thing.
Yeah, we'll talk about this next week.
But you can
Anna Ivanovic lost, so she can go get married.
Well, she had already planned that. I didn't know that was any good she was going to get anywhere. But I think she's probably, ranked 30-something now? She's out of the top 20.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, do we think Svitolina takes a set off Serena?
No.
No.
Okay.
Do
we think Carlos Suarez...
I think she's capable, but I just think Serena would definitely be on it because she realizes that now that these girls are not going to be playing around, particularly since it's Svitolina. Who else should have been here really? But
Svitolina is being coached. You know who Svitolina is
by Justine. Move.
So, and Justine is ready.
Pull out all the fucking tricks.
Well, I've seen some Justine quotes, and Justine is feeling like people need to step up to the Serena challenge. So I'm curious to see what game plan those two put together to tackle Serena tomorrow. That is interesting to me. I hope it plays. I mean, I know there's possibility of rain, and they're like the last 2 matches on the main court.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry about that. Ivanovic is ranked 25 now, and guess what? She's the number 2 Serbian behind JJ.
And she'll probably
9 points behind JJ.
And she'll lose even more points because she was defending semis. So her rank might even fall a little bit lower.
No. That's what her rank is falling, taking away the points. It's gonna be 25.
Taking away, it's gonna be 25. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen.
So, and guess who's below her? Guess who is below her?
Who?
Martha Sharapova, 26.
Is Sharapova all the way down there?
Yeah, already. Damn, plus, if she doesn't play Wimbledon, she is what? That's like 500 points gone. And no, she's gonna be well out of it. Not that it matters. I suppose she's coming back for the Olympics, so she'll be okay. She's already named to the Olympic team.
They don't know. These two don't give a shit about Sharapova, not knowing Sharapova. Poor Sharapova. I mean, the oldies really get me. When they start going, I'm like, shit. This game is changing for me. The idea that Sharapova is gonna be like in the top 50 or something is kind of freaky. I figure Sharapova would get at it.
Weird. She's been.
Could you imagine Sharapova showing up for qualification at that tournament?
No. You better give her all wild cards.
There's a limited amount of wild cards, but this can't be a protected ranking. No.
No, I don't know what the hell. I think you can give her wild cards, no, right?
You can give a wild card, but there's a limited amount you can get.
Let's be honest, though. Which tournament is not going to give Sharapova a wild card if she gets to return sometime next year?
All of them.
I'm being very generous by saying she's going to return next year. If she returns next year and Sharapova's like, I need some wild cards, which tournament's not going to line up and go, here's some cash, whatever.
Whatever you need. Please come.
Probably in Miami. She probably don't want to show up in Miami.
Upon her return, so let's just call it real. That'd be.
Yeah, I mean, she has a big. Yeah, that's guaranteed money anyway. She goes because she has won a lot of titles all over the place. No, I can't think of a tournament she hasn't won. I mean.
It'll be really interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I guess we're getting closer and closer to some answer because supposedly we were supposed to know before Wimbledon, so that should probably come out. Probably not during the French. Although if I was gonna drop news, I'd drop it slightly during the time between the French and Wimbledon. But
hey, what do we know, right? What do we know?
That's when I drop some news.
So who you got in the final, guys?
I'm pretty straight up about this. I think it's a Muggs versus Serena final.
Yeah, that would be.
That could be good. That could be really
That's actually a really good battle. That would be really great for the
on paper.
But I think not just on paper.
They play each other hard. Yeah.
I actually think Serena versus Halep might be interesting too.
Nah. Halep will fold.
I so bad.
I don't like it.
But I will say though. No, if Halep gets to a final, that means she would have beaten Muguruza. That means she's playing well.
No, she wouldn't. So she wouldn't play Muguruza. Oh, yeah, she would have.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, she would have played her in the semis. So that could be. But I'm looking forward. I don't care anything though. I'm really looking forward to Serena versus Keys.
Yeah. Versus the new.
That already suggests to me that I thought that I'm not putting Venus into the semis, but I just don't know.
Real's not here for that. Serena versus Venus.
Is that bad of me?
No, I did the same thing.
Serena versus Venus in the semifinals.
I've got Serena and Keys. But I also had Svetlana and Stevens, so what do I know?
Okay, now that we've gone through both draws, can we get what's been your general sense of the slam? Have you been enjoying it?
No, it's stupid.
What's stupid?
You know why? I'm going to tell you why it's stupid. It's stupid because there are some really key players missing, or going out early, or having to withdraw midway through the tournament. And I don't feel like anyone has truly capitalized on that.
You don't think? I mean, the Shelby Rogers thing is good. I mean, I think. Are you just thinking about the men's side? I feel like the men's side is like
I am.
Maybe the side where people haven't taken advantage of things that are happening.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. But I think
if any of the young boys do it, it will.
Well,
yeah, I would
we'll
love
see.
To see, Albert. I'm only here for Albert. Just saying.
I feel like it could have been so much more. I don't know.
Engaging.
So, you know what I'm ready for? I'm ready for it to be over. And I think I say this every year, but
the clay is like punishment for you.
God, it's rough, guys. It's rough.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be. I just don't want it to be on the men's side. You know, I mean, I would want Serena to win because I need Serena stans to just
shut the fuck up.
Yes, just sit in a corner.
Okay.
But
So
you know, I don't know. I just don't want Nola to win. Not because I hate him. I am indifferent to him. I just want somebody new, and it's not Stanley and not Murray. I'm sorry.
Murray would be new.
I'm all for a Murray win. So
what I wanted to check in with all of you, and then with our Twitter followers too, is like the French Open or slams are always a great place for new tennis narratives to be tested out by reporters.
Stan the Farmer.
What did you think of that new narrative? I thought that was new.
It's new. It's totally
never. First of all, last year y'all write up a stamp fucking some teenager and left his wife fucking a daughter.
That was like
now
really
this week he's a farmer's boy. Get the fuck out.
No, listen.
Oh.
It kind of explains a little bit about maybe why he's so weird. Because if
Oh
y'all
my God.
read that article,
I did.
the truth
Now
is
Janita's whole personal interaction makes sense.
his childhood, he was surrounded by people with mental disabilities, and I don't know, maybe that's why he's a little bit different.
Okay. All right, Janita.
First of all, Janina, this thing it's not contagious. It's not osmosis.
I'm not saying it's contagious. I'm just saying that makes you interact with people differently. That's what I'm saying. And he's a little bit standoffish, but stares. I mean, people with mental issues, they do that. Maybe it's a learned behavior. I'm not insinuating that Stan has mental issues. I just found it very interesting, having a psychology background, to learn that he grew up with his family running basically this farm and facility for people with mental issues.
Disabilities.
Yeah, I'm not even making a joke here. I read that and I was like, you know what? Some things about him make a little bit more sense. I swear to God, that's where my mind went.
Well, I will say that I think that's a better narrative for Stan than the
an
ones.
adulterer?
No, than the ones
The sexual predator.
No, than the ones that they were trying out last year. They were trying out no, not that one. They wouldn't admit to that. They were trying out the.
It was on their website. I mean, they don't.
No, that one, no. But the slam winner next door narrative, which we were like, you know, Stan is the everyman. I think this narrative is much better, and I hope they continue to mine that narrative for the rest of the year. So we're gonna see
T-shirts, Stan the country boy.
Oh God, maybe. I hope not.
It's a good narrative.
Emmanuel says that the French Open is terrible. It's horrible coverage, no compelling narratives, and he's just waiting for Wimbledon.
I mean, I'm definitely hearing that. I know. I want to say at Cat Winner. I'm sorry, I'm getting this all wrong. She's on Twitter. I think I follow her. She mentioned that she said, you know, that I've been to all of the slams, and the French Open is by far the worst one.
It is the first one live. I mean, but I do think that I think that the coverage.
Winner, that's her name, Cat at
yeah. It's also just it's poorly covered right now, and so I think it's their fault, to be honest. Like, I think that they created a narrative that was all about Rafa encountering Novak, and then Rafa left. And now they have to remind themselves, and I hope they remind themselves soon, that Stan is the defending champion.
Right.
So, you know,
David Ferrer, what they did to David Ferrer in some.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't build on the narrative of, like, I mean, at least they could have pretended. It could have been like, has Stan gotten steadier? Is he going to be able to defend his title? But they were so dismissive of Stan defending his title that now they've wasted a lot of, like, potential energy around creating a narrative that's going to be compelling on the men's side. And so there just hasn't been anything that you can hitch on to at all. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's unfortunate. I don't know quite what the coverage has been like. I've seen people really complain about it, but I have DirecTV for week one.
Well,
and
for people who don't have
DirecTV, you get to see all the courts. But I've been hearing that it isn't that for you all, right?
Tennis Channel has it. ESPN has dropped it. And now that we're into the second week, NBC has picked up some of it. So now you have to hop between networks, and Tennis Channel shows you what they think is interesting. And then
once NBC starts, just to note, Janina, once NBC starts, you don't get Tennis Channel.
No, you don't. They start showing you reruns, so you don't even have the option. For other slams, even when say ESPN picks up, Tennis Channel will continue showing you matches on other courts. Yeah, it's just gone. And someone I saw talking about them showing something on delay. I don't know how true that was, but that's really disappointing in this day and age of technology to show in a delayed time.
Not only that, so I just really think it's just like it's very disrespectful on a whole because it's a slam. You know what I mean? When I got into watching tennis and tennis coverage, I was used to watching tennis from the very first ball to the last, because I was in a third world country, believe it or not, and I saw all the matches that I wanted to see. Now I'm in a first world nation. I said, fuck to ESPN, DirecTV, and all that business. I got my good old stream. I wouldn't say where I got my streams from, and I have no problem. I can watch doubles, mixed doubles, and it's all available, and there is no problem, and I don't understand.
You shouldn't have to depend on streams. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that refuses streams. I have a TV. I'm on my computer every single day at work. I refuse to watch things on my computer.
Buy an HDMI cord.
No, I'm just saying that. No.
We should have more options.
But you see,
if you want me to respect you as a sport, it's got to be on my TV. I'm sorry.
But I do not think fans speak up enough, or whoever is making the deal and the coverage clearly know nothing about tennis, clearly know nothing about sport. They don't know how it works. Because it's really sucks. Because they're making shitty deals. The fact that all year long that we can barely see we barely see any women's doubles.
Come on now.
Crazy.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Are you gonna really come at this with women's doubles? I'm just talking about seeing singles. I don't care about women.
Right.
I mean,
and
listen,
even
doubles
matches
for me doubles is a luxury. Let's be honest. It's not even on main. We don't even see that. But I'm just talking. You can't show me your main draw. Your top ladies and your top men.
For regular, if this is a problem on the regular tour, and this problem continues even at the major, then it's clearly there's someone who's making the contract fucking don't know what they're doing.
I don't know if they don't know, but maybe whatever matches they've agreed to are the hours of viewership. But I'm already nervous about week 2. I'm already nervous about what I'm gonna see. I'm like, crap, because this weekend has been unpleasant with NBC added to the mix, and then they cut my feed as well to the DirecTV channels. So all week I'm like, ooh, watch whatever I want. The weekend NBC pops in, all of that goes away, and we're left with NBC coverage and John and McEnroe as a commentator. If those two things don't kill you or doesn't kill tennis, I don't know what will. NBC and John McEnroe is a deadly combination, not just for the player, but for tennis, period. I know.
Hopefully, Rare Niche, you get this motherfucker out of the box.
Oh my god.
That he doesn't get to talk somewhere. He just gets to concentrate on you.
I can't deal with it. I mean, that's a real logistical problem. Is
and then there was that power outage. There was a power outage that Tony just reminded me of. And Tennis Channel picked up coverage, but there was one camera angle, and it was over top of the court. It's just been a nightmare.
But you know what? It was the only camera for every single person showing TV.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we have to go with the something is better than nothing, but seriously, guys, this is a slam. You do it every fucking year. You shouldn't have power outages. Where's your backup generator?
Well, I mean, it's probably the rain. But, the other thing, too, is just, it's just harder because the slam is telling you a story. It's not like other places where you can sometimes hop in and I feel like there's, usually a continuity to the slam. Like, you started out with it and you're in it for the long haul over the 2 weeks. I feel like RG has not been able to generate that narrative, and I feel sad for it. And, I'm just waiting until the semis and the finals, because then at least I'm assured that I'll at least see all the matches. I won't have to worry about going back and forth. Although, didn't I remember that they actually played the matches at the same time, though?
Oh,
so it's not even staggered.
I love you, Twitter. That's all.
Yes, Janita, I'm happy that someone called you out on the fact that you do not feel like Stan was made more compassionate by his farm boy story.
Yeah, and not only that, I just got a picture of Stan and a cow.
Look, I took it to mean.
Oh my God!
My understanding.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, we're done with that. So that was the tennis coverage is crap. So that doesn't help the sport. We've got this new Stan country boy narrative, which is however we want to do that. And then we've got top 5 guys cursing on court, basically being a bloody mess.
And we got plus we got Nick Kyrgios saying, like, hey,
in my box,
if
you're not gonna stand up, get out. He did that again, Yes, he did.
I told you,
yes,
something wrong with that boy. Anyone who gets a fresh haircut every day ain't right. Ain't right. I told y'all. I said that a long time ago.
He's like, you know what? Show me some support or get the fuck out during his match against Gasquet. It was great. We've been asked to discuss.
But you know what? You know who did that also?
Andy.
No, Marianne Bartoli. Marianne Bartoli, Daddy, you need to get out. Get out, Daddy, get out.
Temper tantrum kids. That's
well,
all right.
He was a little bit weird. I'm not going to go there. Never mind.
But no, I think Kyrgios brought up an interesting point when he. But what I love, Kyrgios brought up the point to the umpire, like, you're gonna try to come in and give me a point penalty, a warning for saying something. I don't know. I forgot who he directed. If it wasn't directed at anyone, and then you have Nole touching an umpire and y'all didn't do nothing and say anything.
He's right.
And they're cursing all the time and called Murray and all those guys cursing and not saying anything. Then when the question goes to Novak, which is also very interesting because tennis journalists don't pick up this issue, right? They don't even talk about the fact that they're going to Nole for a response. Apparently, they don't have any opinion on it. But let Nick Kyrgios go on court and say something, who's fucking who. We have think pieces. We got all kind of shit coming out. And don't make me call names, people, because you know what? Y'all be getting pissed off. But they're asking Nole, and Nole's trying to pretend like if nothing even happened. Like, I don't know why he did. I wasn't there to understand why Nick is saying what he's saying, so I don't know what that's all about, so I can't really comment on that. Motherfucker, we ain't talking about what Nick said. What we're talking about is the fact that what you did, that's what we need to get into. But no one's dealing with that issue. And this, to me, this is a crying shame for this sport, because as much as tennis would like to pretend that this doesn't happen, I believe sponsors are watching this thing all the time. They're definitely watching this. And other people are potentially watching this. Fans are watching this. One of the reasons why I know they don't get any love. Who's going to be cheering on a man who's screaming at a ball kid? Who?
Remy, I hear you, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I think we discussed this already, so we can't rehash everything. Remy is asking us, and I don't really know what happened here, to discuss what happened with Venus and the umpire and asking to speak to the tournament director.
Oh, apparently, I think Carlos gave Venus a coaching violation. And Venus said she doesn't, I then read her presser about it, and she, someone asked her what had happened, and she said there was no reason for him to call a coaching violation, so that's why she had to talk to the tournament director, because there was nothing that she had been doing that suggested that she was even in conversation with her coach. So she just wanted the tournament director to know there was no basis for that warning, even though she had also challenged Carlos in the midst of the match. She told him, I don't know what you're talking about, this doesn't happen, this is not how I conduct myself, blah, 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 blah. And I think she wanted to confirm that it was actually the case, so she let the tournament director know that there was nothing untoward happening. So I think she was challenging Carlos's point of view that something was going on, period.
Carlos, everyone's coming for your fucking wig, Tina. What the fuck, Carlos? Get your shit
together. I didn't see any hints of Venus even interacting with her bots, and I think that was like her point to him was, I don't know what you interpreted.
Ooh, wait. Hold on, Carlos. You got strength for fucking Venus with her old ass and Sugar and syndrome. But no, they're pushing your hand away and you say, shit, motherfucker.
No, it's not that. It wasn't that Carlos. It was Carlos Ramos, not
Ramos.
Carlos
Bernardes. Okay. You're
Carlos Bernardes wouldn't have done that. Carlos Ramos, I don't know what he perceived. I don't know what he heard, but he according to Venus, nothing was happening. And I didn't see any hints of it. I mean, I didn't see the coaching violation call until after, because the camera nowadays, they don't even invite you into that. They go to commercial, and I came back and Venus was having the discussion with him, and I was like, why is Venus hot? And someone said it was because she had a coaching violation. and so then I read and then I read and I was like, I knew somebody hopefully would ask her about it in the presser, and I think Doug Robeson tweeted it out. And Venus,
Venus, I mean this in a very good way. When you get mad, you remind me of my mother. It's just like, don't fuck with her. Just back away. Just go in the car.
She was having righteous indignation. So I think exactly. I don't think she's faking the funk like some people do. Like, I never. I think Venus, that's not her.
So
that's what happened. I mean, I think everyone sort of pretty much agree that wasn't what was going on. So I don't know. I don't know when an umpire makes a mistake, what happens, but
they don't. And this is a very sad. I think it's something that happens outside, and I've seen this on several occasions where umpires make mistakes and they try to. Because the thing that bothers me is it's like, okay, if they make a bad call, we can get Hawkeye and check it, right?
Well, yeah, that's just a call.
But when we have a bad, like a foot fault, or when we say something like not up and its ball was up, one of those situations. There is no recourse for the player, and I don't understand how tennis can't deal with this situation.
Well, I mean, there's no recourse for it when it happens in other sports. The game is done. But I mean, for something like a coaching violation, that makes sense that you might want to say that didn't happen, because it's not like it impacted the game. But someplace where you call like a ball out, I mean, what are you going to do? Go back and give that person a point?
No,
it's over.
I mean, we if a ball is out and it's actually in, excuse me.
We can't do anything after the match is over.
No, but we have a system in place within the match to fix that. Right. Actually, you have unlimited. You just have 3 wrong calls. Hello?
Does it? I mean, that's kind of just what happens. If that person has challenges remaining, can they challenge an umpire?
Right.
Once they have no challenges remaining and an umpire
that's what I'm saying. You only have 3 wrong calls, but you have unlimited times you can call it. You have unlimited right ones. You just have 3 wrong ones.
Oh my God, Venus was all over everybody today.
Yeah, what I'm saying though is it's over. Like that's one of those things. I mean, what are you gonna do? Issue like a press? She doesn't want her.
No, but don't want integrity exactly. But I think I think the umpire can be reprimanded or something. We just can't say, oh well, the match is over. That's kind of suck because you sucked at your job. And
that might happen. That might happen. I mean, we don't know if somebody.
What are they gonna do? Go back and look over?
No, what they might say to you is you've made some errors. You're not gonna get certain matches. I mean, we don't know what their own personal thing happens.
Or Venus is just gonna say, I don't want him at my.
Yeah, pull a Divadal, Venus.
That's
you
right.
Pull a Divadal. You're in a 1-year probation, okay?
All right,
no more.
Let's roll it up.
But Carlos is I think he's a gold umpire for sure. He's definitely gold level.
I mean, Venus done told people today, get your life together, get your priorities right. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear the clip?
Yeah.
Because she was asked about players not getting ranking points. Here it is.
Have grumbled about there not being ranking points on offer at the Olympics coming up later this year. Just wondering, from a player council perspective or just as an Olympics lover perspective, what your thoughts are on that change, because it's different than the last few Olympics.
Who needs ranking points if you're playing for a gold medal? You got to get your life in perspective. Get your life. So I'm trying to get a gold. I don't need any points.
That's my girl.
I mean,
Ebony Style Williams. That's
Venus is. Let's just be honest. Venus is crazy. It's a gold medal. Come on, Venus.
But it doesn't make it.
But if she's not playing for gold, she shouldn't be there. It doesn't matter if she ain't gonna give it.
But my point is that they can't give you ranking points because you cannot defend those points for another 4 years.
Well, they used to.
Ranking points.
They used to. It could be a perk. That's the whole point of it. The whole point. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I think listen. First and foremost, I think the Olympics and tennis should not even be there. I think professional sports shouldn't be in the Olympics, and including tennis. So that aside,
all sports have a side of a professional.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think I like the Olympics as an amateur event, but that aside, I also think tennis in the Olympics is stupid and ridiculous, and I have no value. It has zero value whatsoever. However, I think people are fine to choose to opt out. It's just like any other tournament. You're basically spending your own money, your own resources to go and represent your country. Guess what? You represent your country all year long. I mean, it's one of the few places where your country gets mentioned every time your name gets mentioned. I don't need. That's fine for Venus. That's obviously Venus loves the Olympics, and she probably has a better chance of winning a gold medal than a slam. So I think her priorities are right. But because anything can happen at the Olympics, but I'm not on that. I'm not on that trend.
Hey, Andy Murray has said that he wants to go and he wants to try for another gold medal, but he needs to know about Zika first. And I think everybody else needs to be asking the same thing. Be careful about going to Rio, folks. Or
let's not get carried away, okay?
All right, let's wrap it up.
The Olympics is not a major weave, okay? We can't add the Olympic gold when our career is not good enough. It's happy for your country, okay? It's not weave, okay? I'm just putting it out there.
And I think every single athlete who's going to be foreign athlete who's worried about the Olympics and worrying about Rio, I think as I was listening to a podcast talk about the Olympics, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. The people who won't be fine are the people who are going to be left in the country and in debt because you needed to hang a gold medal around your neck. You'll be okay. You'll be good. You'll
get major sponsorship.
The police will guard you. No, the police will guard you. There will be no violence in your village. Everything will be perfectly set up for you because you're a tourist, and they're going to protect you.
If you have sex, use a condom.
Yeah, I mean, basically, maybe just
that
don't
need to happen on the Olympics.
Village.
People use a condom all the fucking time.
But just don't go buck wild in the Olympics, right? You might just have to practice safer sex this time around.
Yeah, don't be trying to get the UN all up in you, okay? No. No.
But remember, anyway, that was always the news stories. How many condoms people go through during the winter?
Right.
And last time at the Olympics, Grindr broke.
All right. So we are looking forward to the second week.
People. So, ladies, this was another wonderful podcast. We want to thank our viewers, our listeners. It was fun. The comments. Let me just make sure there are no last-minute comments. Oh, and I've been horrible in mentioning this. I really want to thank all the people who comment on Facebook. YouTube all the time. Nectar, lovely drama girl, and some idiot trying to say some stupid shit that we're racist against white people. I don't even have time for you and your bullshit. But you know what?
Go look up racism in the dictionary, find a good definition for it, and then come and show receipts. Because all we're showing you is how the world operates. If it's racist sounding to you, guess what? We live in a racist world. So that is. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week. I think.
Olo Train mentioned that Carlos Ramos was the one who called the shady code against Nick for his tune to the ball boy in round one.
Yeah, he's been the one.
Yes, and we also have Football Tennis says totally lost signal and only got it back. And Lord, Roland Garros needs that Meldonian money.
Whatever they do.
It sure does.
It'll get back on track soon.
Is this John Denver as being a country boy? I can't even tie that. I can't even.
We love you, Peter. Thanks for tuning in.
I can't even. Yes, fans, and don't forget to comment below. And yes, you will be back again next week for a live podcast after the men's final. Go Albert Ramos. And
are you gonna apologize to Rafa fans before you go? Breaking hearts.
For what?
No.
About the career situation? No, Real is keeping it real. And I know y'all could try to come for me and y'all could bring the receipt. As a matter of fact, bring Rafa medical records. That's what I need y'all to do. And Real, then you can shut Reels up. That's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm not saying that he's faking it. I'm just simply saying that something isn't right. That we're not getting the whole story from the press conference. We're not. But anyway, ladies, as always, it's lovely to be with you and all our fans who comment and all the time. We just love you. Keep on commenting. Spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your mama, their boyfriend, girlfriends, and anyone in between. And guess what? You can listen to us in any bathroom that you want to. Any bathroom that you want to. You can definitely listen to us. Just letting you know. North Carolina. Fuck you. Have a good day.
Ciao.
Thank you. Adios. Au revoir.